Hi guys! In today's video, I'm doing a very detailed review on camping at EDC Las Vegas with videos and pictures so you can see what it's really like. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, I'm Cotton Candy. I travel the world vlogging and reviewing music festivals. That's like my thing. If you want to see music festivals all over the world, definitely subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any awesome videos. This year, 2018, I camped at EDC Las Vegas and I documented my whole experience in detail so I could show you guys what it's really like and answer any questions you might have. I'll put the timestamps to each section in the description in case you're looking for some specific information or a certain question to be answered. So a quick overview on EDC Las Vegas. It is a giant music festival held in Las Vegas, Nevada every year in May. It is an 18 and over event, but you have to be 21 to attend with a VIP ticket. So EDC, the festival, is 3 days. It goes from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but if you do camping, it's actually Thursday through Monday because you check in on Thursday and check out on Monday. You cannot bring your own tent to camping at EDC. You can only purchase one of their pre-set up camping options, or you can bring your own RV. For 2018, the first tier for the Moonglow Shift Pod was $1,230 for up to 4 people. The first tier for the Desert Rose Shift Pod was $1,520 for up to 2 people. The first tier of RV sales last year was only $350 for up to 8 people, but I remember the price went up significantly after. EDC tickets are not included in these camping prices. You have to buy your tickets separately. Keep in mind that whenever you're watching this video, prices may be different. So the main difference between the Moonglow and the Desert Rose Shift Pods are that the Desert Rose comes with everything you need, like for camping. It comes with an air mattress, blankets, pillows, sheets, stuff like that. And if you do the Moonglow tent option, it comes empty. It doesn't come with any of that stuff. You have to bring all your own equipment for camping. The reason why you can have 4 people in Moonglow for the cheaper option and only 2 people in Desert Rose for the more expensive option is because the mattresses that they use that come with Desert Rose are actually quite big. They can only fit 2 people comfortably based on what they provide. So for the Moonglow, like, it's up to you to make sure that all the stuff you bring, if you do 4 people, fit in there comfortably. Another thing that's really nice about Desert Rose is that you actually are automatically upgraded from a GA ticket to GA Plus. You get to use the GA Plus bathrooms inside the festival, so they're a lot nicer. You don't have to use the porta potties. You can use the trailers that come with like air conditioning and a sink and everything, and they're really nice. Both the Moonglow and the Desert Rose Shift Pods come with a power outlet and air conditioning, and the power outlet is actually super awesome. It's like this big. It comes with several ports and 2 USB ports to charge your phone. You cannot plug major electronics in there, like you can't plug in a hair straightener or a blow dryer. You run the risk of burning it out. Both Shift Pods also come with a parking pass for your car. You can park in the parking lot, but you don't need to have a car with you. You don't need to use the pass. Some people are flying in to EDC and they go straight with an Uber to the campsite. They don't have a car for all their stuff. So Desert Rose is nice because it has all that stuff for them. And when you get to the campsite to check in, you do have to provide a $250 security deposit for the Moonglow and the Desert Rose Shift Pods. It's in case you damage the Shift Pod in any way, but if you don't damage it, then they'll just put that money right back at the end of EDC. They're actually adding even more pre-set up camping options for next year in 2020. Here are some pictures of the previews they had set up in the campsite for people to check out. EDC has announced that camping will go on sale soon, so of course right after I post this video, I bet you they're gonna post a bunch of new information and then I'll have to do a new video. They do have ADA accommodations for all tiers of camping, and you can learn more about that on their website. For those who have accessibility needs, they have like preferred camping spots where you can be like by a walkway or by the entrance. They have accessible bathrooms and showers. I'll link you up to the website. You can check out more information, and then there's also contact information in case you have any questions. So this was the map for camping at EDC this year, 2018. It's a very well-designed campsite. It's easy to navigate through and very intuitive. Everything is color-coded, the streets and rows are marked, and the tents are numbered, so it's really easy to find your tent when you get there, and it's really easy to find your friends. And then that's the Mesa in the middle of all the tent areas, and that's where you'll find all the food, bars, the pools, all the activities and parties, etc., etc. So there are these camp counselors that they have stationed throughout the campsites in Moonglow and Desert Rose and the RV camping. They're who you go to if you have any problems or questions, if you need anything, like if something's wrong with your mattress and you need a new mattress, if you need earplugs for sleeping, or just general information or directions, they're who you go to. They're basically the moms of the campsites. They're there to take care of you, and they're available 24 hours. One of the big questions people keep asking me about are the shower and restroom situations. Desert Rose and Moonglow use the same showers and restrooms. There's no difference there, but there are no porta potties. Yay! They're restroom trailers, and then so there's just toilet trailers, and then on the outside there's like sinks and mirrors and stuff. Both the toilets and shower trailers are separated for guys and girls, and they're really cleaned. They never smelled bad. They never ran out of like toilet paper. They did a really good job at keeping them clean all weekend. The showers were actually really decent. They were really nice. They were kind of like gym showers, and they were open 24 hours, which was great. I feel like that really helped with the crowding. There was never any long lines to use the showers, and it's because people weren't limited like, oh, you have to shower between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. like a lot of festivals do. Most of them were like a stall, and then you had this area where you can like get undressed, and then there was the curtain, and then there was the shower. So really nice like gym showers, and like, yeah, they were all different. So there were ones that were kind of closer to us, but we didn't like the way it was set up. The ones in the middle of the campsite that everyone wanted to use, it had like more shelving, and I'm a girl, so I had like a bunch of stuff, so we just waited in line for those ones, the ones that everybody else was trying to use. But honestly, I never waited more than like 10 minutes to use the shower, even when there was a line, so it was fine. You can choose the temperature of your shower, which is a big deal to me. You can change it from hot to cold, and I've been to camping festivals where you just don't have a choice. They're either really cold or really hot, so it just means a lot that I could take like a lukewarm shower if I wanted to, or a hot shower, just whatever I wanted. We did take advantage of the showers being open 24 hours, and so we took a shower in the middle of the night, I think at midnight once, and there were only a couple other people maybe showering at the same time, but there were workers there, so it was completely safe. I don't think anyone has asked me directly about safety in the campsite, but I do want to mention it just in case there are questions out there. There are always workers and security guard throughout the campsites, and at night the campsite is well lit up. Even in the middle of the night when most people are at the festival, there are still security guards and workers walking around. There's still your camp counselors if you need them, and there's still food stands and bars with workers there in the Mesa area always. We definitely took advantage of that while everybody was at the festival. We would go back because there would be no lines for food or alcohol. So let's talk about the check-in process, and I do have a vlog called The Check-In Process of EDC because that's literally all we did that day, so you can watch that, it's on my channel. Basically, the day of check-in, the difference between Desert Rose and Moonglow were two different entrances, and when we got there around like 2 in the afternoon. It opened at 12. The Moonglow line was ridiculously long, like it was so bad, and so we were glad to have Desert Rose because the line was like really short compared to that. So we just went to check in, and then you check in and they assign you like a number, and then you can go and take your stuff through security. And once you've gone through security once you've already checked in, you can actually go back out to your car and go straight to security. And we wish we would have done that. I think everyone wished we would have known that. Like, we dragged all of our luggage all the way to check in when we could have just checked in and then gone back to our car and carried it to security, which was a lot shorter distance. But first timers, security was hit and miss. Like, once we went through and they weren't like super tough on you, and the other time they were like tearing apart your stuff. So you just never know, and it's better just to be prepared and not bring anything you're not supposed to. I'll post the link to their acceptable and prohibited items list in the description so you can read all of it. I do have a separate video of like a Camp EDC checklist of what you should bring. I'll link to that in the description in case you're camping, you might want to check it out. One big question is that you can bring your own food and alcohol. You can bring like a cooler, you can bring a little propane grill if it's just like a small one. So their alcohol policy is that you can bring up to 24 cans of beer or liquor with under 16% alcohol contents, or up to 5 liters of boxed wine per person. So for example, if you have 3 people, you can bring 2 packs of 24 beers, so per person, and then 1 boxed wine for the other person. Absolutely no liquor over 16%. They will check it. No glass bottles, no glass and general. You can't bring like a glass mirror. Again, you're gonna wanna check out that accepted and prohibited items list. And no loose cans, so if you bring canned alcohol, it has to be in packs, like packaged. There's a huge variety of food stands and food trucks at the campsite. There's Mexican food, like burritos, tacos, Asian food, Thai food, pizza, chicken strips, burgers, and fries. There's coffee and breakfast burritos. There are some fresher, clean eating, healthy food for those of you who are wondering. There's smoothies and juice, acai bowls, vegan food, stir fry, and quite a few more. You just have to take the time to explore and walk around and see the different options. The prices were pretty reasonable. I heard they lowered them a lot from last year. Most are even cheaper than the food you'll be able to find at EDC, which we took advantage of. So anytime we were at the festival in Hungary, we would come back out to the campsite because it was cheaper. They do have a market where they sell ice and fruit and other things, but it was really expensive. Like one bag of ice was $12, which I think was just ridiculous. We just brought a bunch of ice in our coolers that lasted us the whole weekend, so we didn't have to deal with that. There were free water refill stations, which we knew there would be, so I brought a water bottle, which I suggested in that camping checklist. We took advantage of that free water all weekend. There are full bars in the campsite in the Mesa. They're obviously really expensive, like EDC prices, but here are the prices. There is a general store that has everything you need in case you forgot something, or like if you flew into Vegas and you were packing limitedly, there's a bunch of stuff you can get there, like sleeping bags, towels, yoga mats, chairs, coolers. They have toiletries like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, lotion, and sunscreen. They even have medicine like Advil. I saw Zantac for heartburn. They do have cigarettes, lighters, tampons, earplugs for sleeping. But as I mentioned earlier, if you just go to your camp counselor, they should have earplugs for you to help you sleep. They do have a merch stand in the campsite which sells everything that the main festival merch booth sells. Everyone keeps asking about cell service, and I don't know about other carriers, but I had no cell service at all. I have Sprint. They do offer free Wi-Fi in some certain spots in the campsite. I just never took advantage of it because I was always running around and never in one spot. So the weather at EDC this year was super controversial. It was really cold and really windy, which made it so much colder. The thing is though, on Friday and Saturday during the daytime, it was hot. It was perfect pool party weather, so like we were in the pools, we were enjoying the sun, but every night was really cold and we came unprepared. Like I brought one blanket, but it wasn't enough for me and Lindsay, so I had to buy one of the $80 EDC blankets, and I'm not complaining because it's on my bed. I use it like every day, and also this jacket because I wasn't prepared, so I needed to buy warm stuff. So the temperature was both hot and cold, so if you come next year, definitely be prepared. Pack warm clothes in case it's cold at night, pack a blanket, bring your swimsuit though because it's hot in the daytime so you can enjoy the pools. Just better to bring everything just in case. Here is the map of the Mesa. We'll do like a quick overview. It's huge. There's literally so much to do in the Mesa. There's a waterlog ride, which I went on. Again, EDC camping last year was really hot, so this year they were prepared for it to be really hot. Even though it was really cold, it was nice to have all that shade and then like the water ride and stuff like that. And then they have the bamboo stage, and that's where all the DJ sets take place throughout the weekend. They had a roller disco rink, which was literally playing music, and they had roller skates, and you can go have fun in there. There are 4 pools, as you can see, which is a big upgrade from last year. In the middle of the Mesa is where all the food stands, shops, bars. Those red tents were shade structures, and they had like standing tables on them, or honestly we just sat down on the ground there and ate our food right under those red tents too. The grass is really comfy, like it was fine to sit down on. Those tents were also where you could connect to the Wi-Fi for free, and so many people took advantage of that, especially on Sunday. I was eating my lunch and then I noticed that so many people were watching Game of Thrones because that was when they streamed to the final season, right? And so everybody was watching it on their phones, on their laptops. It was just super funny and awesome. There was a human foam rave wash, which was kind of awesome, and I really wanted to go through it, but I had my braids done, so I didn't want to get them wet and messed up, so I just didn't have a chance to. They had some areas with hammocks where you could chill. They also had yoga mats spread out throughout the Mesa, especially under those big 3 main tent structures, which was nice. They were just lying around. People could go and lie down on them and stretch and do yoga and stuff like that. So they have pools, of course. They have 4 giant pools, and right in the middle is a shade structure, and they have fully equipped bars there. When the pool parties take place, the DJ is playing under the bamboo structure right next to the pools, and you can hear all the music just fine. It's really bumpin'. And even when DJ sets are not at the bamboo stage, they're still playing music on the speakers, which is really nice. The 3 main structures, Sol, Tierra, and Cascada, is where all the main activities take place. Here's the schedule for Friday, and there's literally so much to do all the time. Activities start at 9 a.m. and then go until the festival starts. So under the Sol tent, you'll see they do things like yoga, rave aerobics. I caught some of that. They have dance lessons like the Rave Booty Boot Camp. They really do have goat yoga. I was so excited that I got to experience that. Like, I didn't do it, I just vlogged it. But honestly, all the goats are so cute. The Tierra tent had like the essential oils workshop and chakra balancing. It's also where you got all your spa and salon services. So each day they would have different activities, and this schedule was available on the map, but they also had giant versions of it posted in the campsite. In case you were just walking around like us and weren't planning on doing anything in particular, you could walk by and just see what was going on, and if you wanted to check it out. I didn't see a lot of the stuff, like there were apparently water balloon fights and water gun fights, a limbo competition, there were field games and team sports, and like a bunch more activities I probably am unaware of because they're just constantly doing fun stuff in the Mesa. As if there wasn't already so much stuff to do between the activities and the attractions in the Mesa, don't forget about all the parties that happen in the campsite that weekend. This was the schedule for the parties. So they had like a pre-party on Thursday night for campers because, you know, everyone checked in on Thursday, and then they have that pre-party that went until 3 a.m. And then for each day of the festival, they have pool parties and after parties. So there's like a pool party that starts at 1, and then it's the festival, and then there's an after party in the campsite right after. EDC's slogan is from dusk till dawn, but honestly, if you're camping, it's more like all day, all night, because between the activities and the pool parties and the festival and the after party, the party literally never stops. So for some perspective, remember those main activities that they have under the big tents. Those start at 9 o'clock a.m. and then they have a pool party that starts at 1, and then the festival opens at 7 and goes until 5:30, and then the after party in the campsite starts at 5 and goes till 10. But of course, the activities from the next day already started at 9, and then repeat, and it's just crazy. And then there was the fishing closing party. Sunday is the last day of the festival, so it goes until 5:30 a.m. Monday morning, and then the after party in the campsite is supposed to go until 10 a.m., but it actually went until 1 p.m. Like, I was there, so I left the festival and I went to sleep, and then when I woke up at 10 p.m. the party was still going in the campsite, so I went and I checked it out, and it literally went until 1 p.m. Bunny from Rabbit in the Moon was actually the DJ, and if you don't know Rabbit in the Moon, definitely go check them out. They're super awesome. He was going super crazy. He had the best energy, and he kept saying, "The party's not over yet, we're not leaving," and telling everybody to slap the bag, and he was just being so much fun. Like, it was such a great after party. And this brings up another question people keep asking me about the noise. Like I said, the party goes constantly in the campsite, and you can clearly hear the music from the bamboo stage, whether it's from the after party or the pool parties, or if it's just playing music. Like, you constantly hear that music, so you definitely want to invest in earplugs if you're camping at EDC. I used earplugs and I couldn't hear any of the music, and I slept perfectly fine. I want you guys to keep in mind that Camp EDC is literally like in the parking lot of the Speedway, and their attention to detail and creating this environment completely from scratch is amazing. The entire campsite is covered in fake grass. You would like not know that it takes place in a parking lot. It's super comfy. You could walk around with it in your socks, which I did. I also really appreciate that they had so many plants and trees everywhere too. My final verdict overall is that I love camping. It's literally like half of EDC. It's just an extension of the festival. This was my 7th EDC Las Vegas in a row, and from my experience of camping and not camping, you're definitely missing out on a whole experience if you don't camp. I know that there are some concerns that people have with camping at a festival, and I used to have those concerns too. But honestly, Camp EDC is not camping at all. It's definitely glamping. There are real toilets and real showers, which seem to be the main concern for everyone. There are outlets for you to charge your phone. That tent Tierra, I think, is the one with the spa and beauty services. You can go there and get ready if you need to plug in like a hair straightener or a curler. They have mirrors there. In my opinion, there's absolutely nothing that they can do better. I think everything was perfect, but knowing INSOMNIAC and Pasquale, they're so over the top, they're probably gonna find a way to make Camp EDC bigger and better next year. I guarantee it. Let me know in the comment section if you camped at EDC this year. I would love to know what you thought. And if you have any questions on camping, you can ask me in the comment section as well, and I will try to answer the best I can. If you haven't already, please check out the other EDC videos on my channel. I have vlogs of the festival so you can see what it's really like. I have a camping checklist for Camp EDC if you plan on going next year. I did a review video on VIP tickets for EDC, so if you're not sure if you should get GA, GA+, or VIP, you can check out that video too. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos on festivals all over the world, including Tomorrowland, DEF CON 1, and more. My full festival schedule for this year 2019 is in the description in case you want to check it out. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to share more awesome festival videos with you. Until next time, peace out, Girl Scouts!